Many people believe they are responsible for how others feel or behave. But the truth is that trying to change someone else is a losing battle. A losing battle that holds you back from your own destiny. And baby, you deserve to reach your destiny. When you learn to detach and say, let them, you're not giving up on life. You are actually taking complete ownership of your own peace of mind. If your friends go out to dinner and they don't invite you, let them. If your partner wants to make a poor financial choice after you already told them that that's a bad move, because some people ain't going to listen, honey. They got to learn the hard way. Let them. If your adult children or siblings choose chaos over peace, let them. Now, I know it sounds simple, but it requires a massive amount of courage to sit in the discomfort of letting people make their own mistakes without rushing in to rescue or change them.
Welcome to Win-Win with Gwen, hosted by Gwendolyn Shores, author, inspirational speaker, transformational coach, and CEO of Minds Above Matters. This is the podcast where your dreams ignite, limits shatter, and action leads to the life that you deserve. Your breakthrough starts here.
Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Win-Win with Gwen podcast. I am your host, transformational coach Gwendolyn, and for those of you who don't know what type of space you've just entered into, let me explain. This is where we tackle fear. We break down those obstacles and we build that unstoppable mindset so that we can finally crush the old patterns that are keeping us stuck in places that we no longer want to be in, that no longer align with who we are and who we are becoming. Now, I want you to do me a favor before we get started on this episode. I want you to go ahead and share this episode, hit that subscribe button, and drop me a message in the comments because you know I love hearing about your breakthroughs. So share some of that with me or just simply say, hello, Coach Gwen. Either way, I want to hear from you. And look, let me tell you what we're going to be talking about today because I'm excited. Today, we're going to be talking about a total game changer of a mindset shift that is going to free you from the invisible cages of anxiety, of control, and that constant heavy fear of what is everyone else doing? You know, if you're that person that's always worried about what other people are doing and trying to control that, this is for you. Now, Tasha was a certified mess. And when I tell you she tried to control everything and everybody, I mean it. She was next level crazy in a sense, okay? Tasha called me one day recently, not too long ago. She called me and she was crying her eyes out. But let me break down what she was actually doing because your jaw is about to drop, honey. She was tracking her husband. She was tracking her husband's phone call every second of the day. And she literally drove across town to spy on him at his business lunches to make sure he was definitely having lunch with his boss when he said he was. Baby, she didn't trust him. She wanted to control him. She wanted to control everything about him. She did this, and this is what flipped me out. She told me that she literally went in his closet and secretly threw away all of his favorite shirts because she decided she didn't like them on him. She didn't like him wearing certain colors, and so she got rid of them. I'm talking control, honey. And oh my gosh, don't even get me started on how she was threatening her kids. Because she was running that house like it was a maximum security prison. Check this out, guys. She literally set a kitchen timer when her teenage daughter was on the phone. She wasn't playing, honey. And the second it hit 20 minutes, Tasha would snatch that phone right out of that girl's hand. Her kids couldn't watch television more than an hour a day. And she made her friends fill out a checklist of rules before they could even step into her house. When they had these rules and they knew these rules, and if they didn't follow these rules, take off your shoes at the door, don't come at a certain time. There was a lot of rules. I know boundaries to be set, but she was extreme. And look, if her friends came over, Tasha would sit right there on the couch between them, staring at them the whole time, and she would kick them out at the exact time that she said they could or could not stay. She did the same thing with her kids' friends. Tasha thought she was just protecting her family, but her old patterns of deep fear, extreme anxiety, they had turned her into a complete control freak, and it was destroying her life. Her husband told her that he was packed and ready to leave. He was sick of this. Her kids were totally refusing to speak to her at one point, and her health was failing from the constant stress of trying to play God. I never seen such an extreme case. Oh, I could go on and on about the things that Tasha was doing. And look, she told me what happened last Tuesday, and it gave me chills because last Tuesday she called me. She told me she hit a wall. She was in the middle of trying to micromanage a project at work. She was in the middle of texting her husband a list of rules for his drive home. And she logged into her kids' school cameras all at the same time. And when she did all of this, her computer screen literally crashed. And that moment of total chaos caused Tasha to tell me this. She said she felt like she had a sharp pain in her chest. And she realized she was completely powerless. She couldn't track nobody or do nothing. So she said she took a deep breath. She stopped fighting and made a radical choice to just step back and whisper 2 words to herself. And those 2 powerful words were let them. She turned off the phone tracker. She let her husband wear what he wanted. She let her kids actually talk to their friends, let them visit. She let her friends come over just as comfortable as they should have been coming over in the first place. And she showed up for her own peace. Now, by giving up the illusion of control over everyone else, Tasha instantly broke her cycle of chronic anxiety. She watched her finally breathe and step up to take responsibility and reclaim her personal power to grow her own life. She was putting so much time into all of that she forgot about herself and what she wanted and needed. Now, think about how much energy you waste every single day trying to force people to fit into your blueprint. Like when you are sitting awake late at night stressing because a friend didn't text you back. You ever been there? Maybe your friend or your girlfriend or your boyfriend didn't text you right back. Or maybe a coworker is gossiping or your partner is making choices you don't agree with. You have probably heard someone say that you need to fix everything and everyone around you to be happy. Is that you? Can you actually change all of the people around you? Or is there another explanation for why you are so exhausted? Now, for thousands of years, humans have struggled. They struggle with the trap of trying to control the uncontrollable, causing us to live in a constant state of fear and emotional depletion. You understand what I'm talking about? Can you relate to any of that I'm saying? So today, we're going to separate the illusion of control from real, authentic personal power. And we're going to explore a life-changing rule that will change the way you navigate your daily life forever. And what we call this is called the let them. You heard me. Let them. That's the let them rule, and I love it. And it is the ultimate tool to help you overcome the fear of rejection and abandonment. See, many people believe they are responsible for how others feel or behave, but the truth is that trying to change someone else is a losing battle. And that battle only holds you back from your own destiny. You got to let them, honey. You got to let it go. When you learn to detach and say, let them, you're not giving up on life. Don't think that. Don't feel that way. What you're actually doing is you're actually taking complete ownership of your own peace of mind. If your friends go out to dinner and they don't invite you, let them. If your partner wants to make a poor financial decision after you already warned them, you told them that's not a good idea, let them. If your adult children or your siblings choose to live in chaos instead of peace, baby, let them. Now, it sounds simple, but it requires a massive amount of courage to sit in the discomfort of letting people make their own mistakes without rushing in to rescue or change them. Now, I said it's not going to be easy, so understand that, but it's possible. So, because look, this mindset shift hits right at the core of your health, your parenting, and your career success. When you stop burning your precious energy trying to force bosses, spouses, or kids to validate you, you suddenly have the bandwidth to focus on your own health goals, your own daily habits, and your own professional growth. How amazing is that? Look, you stop being a victim of your environment and start becoming the master of your own mindset. The real magic of the let them rule isn't that it changes the people around you. It's that it completely transforms you from the inside out. Releasing control teaches you self-discipline, boundaries, and ultimate emotional maturity. Sometimes the greatest lessons don't come from talking. I know I love to talk, but that's not where the greatest lessons come from sometimes. They actually come from stepping back and allowing life to unfold exactly as it needs to. You can't keep trying to control everything. Look, your life will respond beautifully when you start showing up with an energy of total presence rather than frantic control. You get it? The question isn't whether people are going to disappoint you. That's not it. The question is whether you have stopped paying attention to your own path because you are too busy looking at theirs. When was the last time you stopped and looked at your life and focused on your life instead of someone else's? The more you let go of trying to fix others, the more room you create to finally heal and understand yourself. This is something important, honey. The let me rule helps you grow in many ways. Right now, I want to challenge every single one of you listening to this. I want you to drop a comment below and tell me exactly what or who you need to apply the let them rule to this week. Who needs you to apply that rule to them this week? What is that one thing you are trying to force or control that's completely draining your spirit? Share your story with me in the comments because we are a family here, honey. Oh, baby, you my family. And we are going to hold each other accountable to release that heavy weight and step into our true power. I want you to remember right now that I love you. I believe in you 101%. But you have to do the work. I said it every episode, and today is no different. You have to do the work to change your mindset, to overcome those old obstacles, and to let people be who they are while you're becoming who you were meant to be. Go ahead right now and give yourself a massive, well deserved high five for showing up for your growth today. Thank you so much for listening. I have nothing but gratitude and I am humble. And I will see you again next week. Same place, same time at 6:15 a.m. sharp on a Friday. And if you don't catch me at 6:15 a.m. sharp Friday, then show up when you can. But show up for yourself. I love you and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye, guys.